Alrighty, what's up guys? Welcome back to a new video on East Coast Manga. So today we're going to be doing a manga collection, updated manga collection, now that I officially have the setup. Like this is the setup, this is how it's going to be, nothing's going to be changing from this. Obviously, you know, some of the shelves may be a little different, might rearrange some stuff, move some manga, you know, here and there. But overall, like, what you see behind me and what you're going to see in this video, this is exactly how it's going to be where I'm living right now. A, I wouldn't want to add any more stuff, and B, I feel like the areas which I have these shelves in are like the perfect areas. I wouldn't want to put these shelves anywhere else, and there's just like not a whole lot of stuff I would put like instead of these shelves where there are, and you guys will see that in the future. You guys will see that shortly. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the collection. Not gonna waste you guys' time. Let's go see what's behind me. Alrighty, so this is the setup now. I have 3 Billy bookshelves in this kind of alcove, as you can kind of see right here. So it's really nice. I think I'm gonna get like a Hypeland rug, excuse that rudder, and throw it down over here. Do something over here, but yeah, 3 Billies, and then I still need to get a TV stand, but it works for now. So I have this right here. I don't think I can actually mount it on this wall because I don't think there's any studs in here. I could be wrong, but I don't think there's any studs in here. So I think my best bet is just to mount it basically about this same width. So it kind of goes, not mount it, sorry. Get a TV stand this same width so it can go just right here. And then maybe even have an extended arm or something where I can bring it up. But I do think I'm gonna put some artwork right here, and I think I'll either show you guys either before or after I'm talking now where I have some other artwork. But I think I'm gonna get something kind of decent sized over here, just not sure what yet. And then I have, this is a IKEA shelf, but it's not a Billy. I forget the name of it. Someone will put in the comments because I've said it before. And then ignore my curtain, which I kind of stuck over there. But usually the curtain's actually out. So yeah, this shelf is actually, I think it's an okay shelf. It's just really crappy right now because I need to nail the back end. I bought this already pre-built, and there are already some like nails coming out the back. So like the back piece is just kind of like, it flaps around a little bit, it's a little annoying. But these Billies have been fantastic, and I still do actually have my other Target bookshelf, which I might show you guys at the end, near my bed, but that one actually just has novels that has no manga on it. So I've managed to put all the manga over here and over here. I actually do, as you can see right there, and some other places, I do have some little bit of shelf space, and there's probably some stuff that I still need to either sell or move or whatever, but there's actually a huge bin of manga they already have that I've removed from my collection that I've decided I need to get rid of, trade, sell, whatever. So yeah, that's just kind of been over on the side for a while, kind of out of eye, out of mind. But yeah, I think let's start. Ooh, I don't know where to start. You know, I'm gonna start over here because this is like kind of the most chaotic in a sense. So over here, we have Lone Wolf and Cub all the way up to 28. I have like a couple risers back there. This doesn't fit all the risers I use perfectly, so I can actually only put 4 instead of 5 or something like that over here. So it does look a little funny, but I actually don't mind it. So we have new Lone Wolf and Cub, and then we have some Path of the Assassin and Samurai Executioner back there. Then down one shelf we have Attack on Titan Complete ? 33 is Suspect. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if I never bought it or what. I did end up reading Attack on Titan online because I was not going to wait for the physicals to release and I didn't want to get spoiled, but fantastic series. And then back here we have some Attack on Titan light novels, Attack on Titan No Regrets, and then Lost Girls, and then Fox and Little Tanuki. Shout out to Jake the Pog for sending me that. I don't even remember why he sent me that, but shout out to him. It might just be my P.O. box. Then we have Portis, which by the way, I do not have a P.O. box right now, so don't send anything to an old P.O. box that you find an address for. If you guys are interested in sending stuff, just let me know, and I can give you a P.O. box, but I don't necessarily have one right now. I just have one I kind of have access to. Next we have Euro Manga Sensei. I want to say that was a Goodwill find. And then we have Weathering with You, The Daily Lives of High School Boys, God's Lie, Tomodachi X Monster, or Tomodachi Monster, Prophecy, Cube Arts, which I think is kind of like the Minecraft of manga. Also, believe Jake the Pog sent me that. And then A School Frozen in Time. That's actually, I'm on the fence on whether I sell that or keep that. I actually was not a huge fan of like the entire second half of this. Now it was only 4 volumes, so I don't know, but I definitely was not a huge fan. Next shelf we have Tokyo Ghoul all the way to 14. That is complete. I don't have a box set, but I have a complete. We also have Biomega. You'll see I have some volumes of Blam later on, and then we have Drifting Dragons and Golden Kamuy, Grand Blue Dreaming. Let's see, moving down. So this is like the totally random shelf. I don't have like any order to this. These are just some volumes that I'm like, honestly, some of these are actually probably on like the bench of whether I keep or sell. But we have Uzumaki, No Longer Human, Onward Towards Our Noble Deaths. I actually didn't finish that one. This had one of the most interesting descriptions I've probably ever heard, at least in my opinion, that like I thought was going to be really good, and it just, I don't know, it got really boring and I dropped it. Next we have Rurouni Kenshin Volume 1. Let me know if you have some more omnibuses for this. I would love to pick them up. Also we have Toyo Game, which I need Volume 3 of. We have All You Need Is Kill. Probably gonna maybe end up getting rid of that, but I don't know, it's a super common manga. I don't know if anyone want to buy that. Next we have Ubablot 0 and 1. The Summon of the Gods, Rent a Girlfriend. I always go back and forth on and just never end up listing, but I also don't end up picking up anymore. Soul Leveling, way more interested in the light novel, not super interested in the graphic novel. Planetess, and then Die Were Gelder. And then down here we have Children of the Sea, a couple GTO volumes. Doubt and Judge, which I actually really like. Finished both of those. And then Baccano. And then 2 extremely disgraceful manga. Thank you to the person who sent me Metamorphosis. You know who you are. And then Velveteen and Mandela. I can't blame anyone for that one. I did purchase that for myself, not knowing what the hell went on with that. So I actually made a video. If you guys are interested in watching that and you haven't, you should 100% watch that, because that manga is just foul. That's all I can say. It's foul. Then we got Blue Lock, which is not foul. That's some peak right there. Okay, now we're gonna move over here. So, like I said, this was a random mix match of stuff. All right, over here, this is not exact. You know, this is not exact science. I do my best. There's going to be some rearrangement. You guys can let me know what you think would actually look really well together on the shelves, in maybe the order and kind of stuff like that. I am totally open to ideas, but this right here is almost all Viz like Shonen Jump stuff, with some kind of other series that are Shonen Jump size in terms of manga. This right here is a mixed match of stuff. There's a lot of rare stuff on this shelf, a lot of older stuff. And then this shelf right here, I tried to keep it mostly Viz Sig and then Kodansha like Viz Sig size, although Shuzo Oshimi completely wrecks that, because he publishes through like 3 different publishers and they all print different sizes. So you guys will see that shortly, but I'm gonna start with like, I'm gonna start probably with the worst, or not the worst looking, but the most like uneven type shelves, and then move down. So we'll start over here. Actually, sorry, real quick, I do have 2 volumes of The Walking Dead, 2 omnibuses, whatever those giant things are, compendiums. And then I have Big Blam, and then I have 3 volumes of The Boys. If you guys are interested in this, or omnibuses, whatever they are, if you guys are interested in The Boys, let me know if you want those. And then I have little Penny Hardaway shoe from when I was a wee babe. Alright, so let's start up here. We have, and sorry, Mike is kind of far away because the camera's a little far away from me right now. We have Full Metal Alchemist, we have the Lord of the Rings set plus the Hobbit. Shout out to HBL Manga for sending me that. Then we have Ayako E3, Book of Human Insects, Dororo, and then the Gone box set. Shout out if you were here for that absolute miserable experience of a purchase. Then we have Mouse, Attack on Titan Anthology, Batman, The Killing Joke, and then 3 volumes of Saga. This is absolute peak fiction. I highly, highly recommend always that people check this out. Then moving down, we have Pluto, which extends out to the Urasawa collection. Then we have A Bride Story. This shelf is also like kind of disgusting in how it's organized, but this is kind of some of these shelves, if they like aren't full, it just kind of means like I'm waiting for some more stuff to kind of fill them in. So Bride Story, if I enjoy it, I'm going to be getting some more of. And then we have Gundam The Origin. I am very close to completing this, which is amazing because these are super expensive volumes. And I don't believe I've bought, no, I don't even think 1 volume of this I've bought for retail. But these are easily the highest quality volumes I own. I don't own anything else as high quality as those, and if you've ever picked one of those up, you know how incredibly heavy it is. So yeah, then we have Alice in Borderland, also going to be picking up some more volumes of this, which will fill this out. And then, this is a fantastic series, by the way. Really, really good. This is from the same creator who did Emma, and the fact I almost skipped over Pluto without even mentioning, Pluto is quite possibly a masterpiece. I'm not sure yet, but it is amazing. A lot of people talk about Monster, a lot of people talk about 28th Century Boys, some people talk about Pluto. I don't think enough people have read Pluto, even people who have it in their collection. It is so freaking good. Okay, Alice in Borderland, fantastic. Solo Leveling, light novels, fantastic. Volume 4 is out as I'm making this video, so that's another thing to add to the shelf. I actually just moved these up because I had to put another volume down here I'll tell you guys about. I don't know where these are going yet, but this is, yeah, I can't say it, but I can show you. This is an OG copy. They've changed the name. And then we have Cats of the Louvre. This is also not going to be here. That's just like an incredibly tall hardcover that I don't know where to put. So this is the Shuzo Oshimi shelf. I have to figure this out because I really don't love how this shelf looks. I think it could be really good though. I think with a couple, like 2 or 3 more volumes, I'll be able to figure it out. But starting over here, we have Avant-Garde Yumiko. This is actually something that someone gifted me and Jake the Pog, but it's funny, we got this like months ago. We didn't think this was going to release. This is a self-print. We didn't think this was going to release, and lo and behold, like, I don't know, probably 8 months later, it got an announcement for release, which is funny, but definitely going to be picking that up when it actually releases, which is like, this is a girl who is obsessed with, yeah, you can probably tell by the back. That's why we didn't really think it was going to release. It's not super ecchi or anything, it's just like, I don't know, but it seems like everything Shuzo Oshimi is basically releasing is coming out, which is amazing. Still waiting on Drifting Neck Cafe though, that's like the big one in my opinion, which if they print that, I will be honestly kind of shocked, just because of how like messed up it is. I think it's more messed up than any of his other series I've read. Then we have Inside Mari volumes 1 through 8. I'm actually a big fan of Inside Mari. I think it's really good. I think a lot of people enjoy it, but I think some people also kind of dropped it after like a couple volumes. But it does take a nice turn and just get kind of crazy. Happiness, fantastic volume, fantastic series. I think it actually kind of affected the way I look at Tokyo Ghoul, as they both have kind of similar plot lines, but really, really good kind of vampire type manga. Also, jeez, that's not good. I'm kind of OCD about manga in certain aspects, and yeah, that's not good. Next we have Shino Can't Say Her Name. If you're not collecting Oshimi manga, if you're not like buying everything he's releasing, you can definitely skip on Shino Can't Say Her Name. It was, in my opinion, pretty boring, didn't really have anything memorable to it like his other series. Next we have the Flowers of Evil. This is the omnibus versions, version 1 through 4. Love this series. I think this was actually his first series I ever read. It was either this or Happiness, but I read them like pretty close together. And these are fantastic volumes, like just the colors are really, really nice. I think the quality's like really good too, no issues there. Next we have Blood on the Tracks. We have some volumes right here, as well as some volumes right here. Get out the glare. And then we have the Flowers of Evil singles, which really, really screws things up because I can't fit all this stuff on one shelf. There's just too much. And the fact I own these, plus the omnibuses, I know most of you guys are probably thinking, well, why don't you just sell one? And listen, I could. It's not that I can't. But there's, and I always describe this to people, there's a difference between like being a straight up manga reader and then being a manga collector who also reads. I am a part of the collector aspect, and most series I don't need to collect both like versions of. I really only need to collect one version. But the fact that I really like this quality, but I was able to get like the most expensive volumes out of this series for practically nothing, it makes it a little hard to sell. And like, alright, I don't know. Some of you guys may know what I'm talking about, some of you may not, but some of you guys probably think I'm crazy, so I'm just gonna move on. Also, sorry if I didn't mention this, these risers are Target risers. I made a video on this. I don't know if you can buy these online. It's kind of hard to find, but you can definitely buy these in a Target. It's in the shower section. It's just these like small containers. They're like $2. So if you see the small containers and they're $2, it's most likely them. Next we have Welcome Back Alice. This is a very disturbing manga from Shuzo Oshimi that is relatively new. Trying to get it to focus. Alright, there we go. Yeah, newer manga, pretty disturbing, but you won't know until you get into like a couple of volumes. I'm actually was up to date online with this. This is his newest series he's writing, so it's not finished yet. Next we have Devil Ecstasy. This is finished. I think it's going to be 2 volumes or 2 omnibuses. Also very messed up manga, but in a totally different way. This has more like, I really even want to get into it because I don't want to spoil stuff, but this has very, very dark tones, whereas this one is just like violent and dark and probably pretty gross to a lot of people. But yeah, I would definitely recommend checking these out if you're looking for something like dark and uncomfortable. On the next shelf, okay, now everything's kind of getting cleaned up a little bit and they're about the same size. So on the next shelf we have Dorohedoro as well as Dai Dark. This is driving me nuts because it is so differently sized than Dorohedoro. Like, I would love to put these together, but it would look like shit. So I'm gonna have to find like a different area to put this in, but I only have 1 volume, so it's not a big deal right now. But Dorohedoro complete, I read about halfway through this, and then I think I got to volume 13. Then I took a break, and I don't remember anything that happens. I want to restart it. Bokurano. Bokurano R's, if you're able to get your hands on volume 3 or if they ever reprint it, fantastic series. Highly recommend it. It is a real tear jerker. The anime is also a tear jerker. This is just, there's a lot of child death in this series. Actually, every single volume, at least 1 child dies, and the backstory, it's very sad. But I would recommend it if you're looking for something, I don't know, like, it's hard recommending a sad series, because, like, why would you recommend something that's going to make you feel sad? But if you're trying to feel, like, emotions and emotional, I would check that out. Hell's Paradise, because I can't find volume 2 in person anywhere, and I always kind of forget about it. I only have 1 volume of, so, yeah. Then we have Made in Abyss. I think I'm almost up to date. I think I need volume 10. This is a series, I have talked some shit about it. There are some pretty shitty things usually at the end of the volumes that have nothing to do with the story, but the story and the artwork is very different and very cool. So yeah, I am interested in this. This is another series like Dorohedoro though. Like, I literally have no idea what's happening. So I'm honestly probably gonna have to reread it. Like, I read volume 9 and barely understand what's happening. And the releases are so damn slow that it's hard to, like, remember what happened. But yeah, moving on to the next shelf, we have Zom 100, which I've definitely read volumes 1 and 2. I'm not sure if I've read 3 yet, but I did really like it when I read it. Planning to pick up another volume. I just want to check out, make sure I read 3 first. Then we have Girls Last Tour, volumes 1 and 3. I need to get volume 2, but I got both of those for really good deals. Next we have Fire Punch, which personally, like, a lot of people talk shit about. This is from the same creator as Chainsaw Man, and it is very confusing. It makes, like, 0 sense at certain times, but that's kind of the point, and I think that's why I enjoy it, because I just know it makes no sense, but the story and just some of the shit that happens is really, really cool. Next we have Blue Flag, which has possibly one of the worst endings I've ever read, and you can challenge me on that, have fun, you know, if you want to have a discussion, you know, I'd love to, you know, maybe have that with you, or maybe I don't know. But the ending was extremely forced. It came out of nowhere. I thought the entire series was really good up until then, but like the last, I don't know, 20 pages of volume 8 was just like this made no sense. It felt like they were just trying to do exactly what the fans would have wanted the ending to be, but not to have, like, built it up to the point where it makes any sense why it happened. But yeah, that's my opinion on Blue Flag. Next we have Blue Period, which is a painting manga, and I have really enjoyed this. And it's funny too, because I think some people say it gets, like, really good after volume 4 or 5, and I really liked it from volume 1, I'm not gonna lie. It was totally different, caught me off guard. I've talked about it a little bit in the past. Definitely want to pick up some more volumes and let you guys know. Next we have Beastars. I need to catch up. I am behind, and I'm even behind in my collection. I have Beast Complex, which I haven't read yet, and then I've probably read up to volume 11, I think, of Beastars, and I have up to 13, and I know, shoot, there's probably like 15 or 16 or 17 volumes that have released by now, so definitely want to catch up to that, as well as Boys Run the Riot. I don't know how many volumes are going to be for Boys Run the Riot, but that was like a totally different manga that I loved when I found volume 1. Next we have Crazy Food Truck. This is a recent pickup. Not a big fan. It's actually, you're seeing it in the collection right now. I might even end up returning it. I don't think it's a bad manga per se, but it wasn't memorable. It was basically just like, it was actually kind of funny. This manga is not wrapped up because there's essentially like tits in every other page for this manga. So yeah, very strange how this is not a wrapped up manga. Next we have Record of Ragnarok, Volume 2 will be coming in soon. Big fan of this series, although, I don't know, I might want to like get a couple volumes and binge, because it's a lot of cliffhangers. Next we have Kakiguri, which if you've watched, whenever I picked this up, I got these for like a steal. It was under $5 a volume. Super, super happy to pick this up because this is a series, oh, there was actually, I'm just now remembering, I saw Volume 14 somewhere for cheap, and I probably could have picked it up. I only thought I went to 13. I think Kakiguri ends at 14, and then Kakiguri Twins goes up. And if I'm pronouncing this wrong, whatever, this is how I think you pronounce it. But I watched the first season of the anime, loved it, really wanted to pick these up, but these were like $15 a volume, and I was not interested in buying 13 volumes for $15 a volume. So I was waiting to see if I could get a deal or something, and I was. This is a really good gambling manga, super fast-paced. Unlike Kaiji over there, which is not fast-paced. Next we have Real up to volume 15. This is up to date. So this is Takahiko Inoue, who did, yeah, Vagabond. So he's taking a break from Vagabond. He was taking a break from Real and Vagabond, but he's actually doing Real again, so that's why we have a volume 15. It was only volume 14 for the longest time, so super, super happy to have started this. This is the wheelchair basketball manga. He also did Slam Dunk, which is one of probably the most, if not the most popular sports manga ever. I don't know, honestly, Haikyuu might have taken that role now. But moving on, we have Ikigami, The Ultimate Limit. I've talked about this so much. It is one of my favorite series that I've like randomly found. I didn't know anything about. I just took a chance on it. The story just sounded really, really cool. So I would highly, highly recommend, if you are able to find this for a decent price, check out Ikigami, because it is really different than a lot of other manga I have in my collection. And I'm not gonna tell the whole thing. So if you guys want to pause, I'll put the description right here, but always feel free to Google. And this is actually where I removed Dog Ningen, because I had to put Real volume 15 over here, so there's only one, like, room for one volume over there. Next, moving down, we have my Inio Asano collection. This was actually higher up, but doing some rearranging. This is actually in the bottom shelf now. Not for any particular reason. I would actually like to have this a little higher up, as it's pretty cool. I believe I have every series that he's printed in English, with the exception of Dead Dead Demons not being completed. But we have Holograph at the end. We have What a Wonderful World Volume 1 and 2. We have Downfall, Solonin, and then Goodnight Punpun. And I believe that's all complete. I think these are all in print. What a Wonderful World, one of these volumes was kind of expensive. I'm not sure it's been reprinted. And then Goodnight Punpun, it's been random. Some of the volumes have gone out of stock, and then the price went up, but I feel like they're probably all in stock now. Then we have Dead Dead Demons, DDD Destruction. I think this is complete, like completed in English. I only have up to volumes 5. I'm also missing volume 2. As I've gotten these for under retail, I kind of just picked them up where I could. And then A Girl on the Shore, which I have talked about a lot of times, and it is far, far, far from one of my favorite manga, but it is part of the Inio Asano collection, so it's right there. Next we have Death Note, the Black Editions. This is complete, and this is a really, really unique manga. It took forever to read it because it's like almost reading a novel, but I do really like these editions. Next we have Satoshi Kon's Opus, which I've talked about so much as well. So if you're new to the channel and you don't know about this, I would highly recommend checking out this one manga. The mangaka unfortunately passed away before he was able to finish it, but they put some of his notes at the end, and it was leading up to be such an amazing manga. But I feel like even all the stuff they have in there right now, it's 100% worth the purchase. Next we have Prison School Volume 11, which really shouldn't be on the shelf, but I'll show you guys why it's on the shelf in a minute. Then we have Shortcuts by Usamaru Furuya, which honestly probably could also find a better home than this bottom shelf. Kind of tucked away, but it is what it is. And then we have the 2 Oshimi mangas, which are supersized from Denpa. These were like Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con or something exclusives, but then they ended up releasing some more. So we missed Kusakabe, and then we have Waltz. And these are both short stories. Honestly, if you collect Oshimi manga and you're able to get these for a decent price, sure, I would say pick them up, but they're super, super short. They're like almost like a little magazine, and really neither story is like that crazy good. Alright, so moving on to the next shelf. Going up here, super far from me, we have Drifting Classroom volumes 1 or omnibuses 1 through 3. There's a hardcovers complete, erased complete hardcovers, which is amazing anime. I haven't actually watched, I haven't read this yet, but amazing anime. Had to pick these up. Also one of my favorite series right here, The Drifting Classroom. Next we have Message to Adolf, also one of my favorite series. I think it is amazing. This is from Osamu Tezuka. And then we have Vinland Saga, which I need to get some more of, but also, I mean, everybody and their mothers recommends it, so if you haven't checked it out, you definitely should. And then moving over here, we have 20th Century Boys up to volume 22. Technically, this is kind of complete. Like, I have the last volume, the first volume, but I am missing volumes 17 and 19, which are the most, like, hard to find volumes, so I still need to get those. Then we have Master Keaton, but this is also released in omnibuses, so you don't have to get the singles. Next we have Master Keaton, which is actually a story which he didn't like write, but he helped out on and did the artwork for. Then we have Monster volumes 1 through 9. This is complete, one of his most famous works, and absolutely probably my favorite. Then we have Asadora. This is one of his newer works. I haven't read these yet. I'm not really sure if it's good or not. You guys will have to let me know if you've read it. And we have 2 volumes of Phoenix, which I've gotten for absolutely, like, absolute steals. Volume 3 and 11, just totally random volumes, but, you know, if I can find some more for a good deal, then I'll definitely take them. Then we have Vagabond volumes 1 through 3, a series which I would love to get some more of these Vizbics, but they're kind of expensive even retail wise, and I just haven't really had like a crazy interest to collect them or just buy them. Next we have JoJo's part 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3 are complete. 4 is not. There's just kind of a couple random volumes I got for Right Stuff from Steel, that I got from Right Stuff on a steal. Then we have Dragon Quest Adventures of Dai. Focus. There we go. Volumes 1. Or Omnibus 1, I think Omnibus 2 is out now. Next down here we have Berserk, all the way to volume 40. And this is complete. This is all we have in English right now, although there is a volume 41 coming out. Fortunately, Kentaro Miura passed away within the last, I think a little over a year actually. I think it was his anniversary, the anniversary of his death not too long ago, which is just crazy to think about. But his assistant is actually going to be taking over and writing new chapters, so we'll see how that goes. Obviously people want an ending, but there's also something to be said about, like, you know, a author or a mangaka's work, you know, ending essentially when they end. So I don't know, hopefully it's good, hopefully it ends the way that Miura wanted it to. Then back here, I'm not gonna take all these out I don't think, but we have Gigantomaxia. We have Gigantomaxia, we have Japan, and then King of Wolves. Japan and King of Wolves are pretty hard to find. Gigantomaxia is not. I've read Gigantomaxia, not a huge fan. These are also, sorry, these 3 works are works from Kentaro Miura that are printed in English, creator of Berserk. Japan is very hard to find, and then King of Wolves is also hard to find. King of Wolves was very good though, I did read that. I haven't gotten to read Japan yet, but King of Wolves I did actually enjoy. Next we have some volumes of Eden. It's an endless world. I still need some more volumes, so I'll show you guys what I have right here. But I have volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 7, 12, and 14. I think 14 is the last volume, so I need volume 6, and then 8, 9, 10, 11, and 13. So yeah, still need a decent amount of volumes for that. Then I have Mushishi volume 1 and Fire Force, which everybody asked me what version of Fire Force this is, so I'm gonna show you guys right here. Please do not ask me in the comments what version of this, what version of Fire Force this is. But this is the red and black version that was done. It was a Akibento exclusive, so it came in one of the Akibento boxes. So yeah, if you're looking for this volume, that's what you gotta search. And how did I come across that volume? I have absolutely no idea. You're gonna have to watch some of my old hauls and try to figure that out if you really want to know. Next we have a ton of GTO volumes, and I will show you guys them just in case you maybe have a couple random volumes that you don't need, because I am trying to finish this. But we have volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I need 18, and then I have 19, 20, 21. So I think I need 18, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Honestly though, not bad, because I have totally pieced this together. I didn't buy any type of huge haul or anything like that. I've literally just been able to buy GTO when I've seen it in person, as well as some homies helping out who knew that I'm looking for some volumes of this. Also I have Future Diary volumes 1 through 6. That is not complete. I'm missing a couple volumes at the end. I think it maybe goes to like 7 or 8, but volume 6 is like disgustingly expensive. So I don't know how much those other volumes go for. Alrighty, so this shelf is kind of a mix mash of a bunch of stuff, some mostly older stuff, but in the front, we'll just start over here. We have Sundeme volumes 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm only missing volume 2. I've got these for a steal. Then Blam. I have 2, 3. I'm missing volume 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so I think I'm missing volume 1 and 4. I do have an extra volume, I think an extra volume 10 or something, so if you guys are missing that, just let me know. Then I have Noise, which I think is actually getting reprinted this year, which is crazy, which is like either a prequel or something like that to Blam. And then next to that, we have Old Boy, which is complete. I think the movie or the series is better than the manga from what I hear. But I haven't gotten around to checking out the manga yet. Blood Blockade Battlefront, which goes for a disgusting amount of money. Also, like, this is all crazy right here, but it is a very rare manga to find, and you know, this shelf right here, like I said, is some of the older stuff. It's some of the a little bit more rare stuff, this and kind of going down, and a lot of this I kind of acquired around the same time, so I just haven't gotten around to checking out some of it. Next we have GTO 14 Days in Shonen volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, missing 7 and 8 out of this. I think 9's the last volume, but I'm not sure. Then we have Magical Girl Apocalypse. Guys, if you have any volumes of this series and you want to sell them, or you know, whatever, let me know, because I really enjoyed this series. Next is Persona 5, which I've been looking for a while. I started it and then I kind of wanted to read something else. But Persona 5 Volume 1, love the game, so hopefully I'm gonna like the manga, we'll see. Next we have Battle Royale, and this is the singles, which I own most of. I think I'm missing 1 volume, but I think I'll probably just be able to find it. I don't know. I've already read this, so I'm a huge fan of it, but I don't need to read it again right now, so if I'm missing 1 volume, it's okay. Next I have Lupin the Third, some volumes back there, as well as Lupin the Third, World's Most Wanted. Then I have Hellsing. This is actually complete. I have up to volume 10, but the other volumes are right here, as this is actually a series that I'm reading right now, and I'm a huge fan of. Hellsing is really, really goddamn good, and I put off from reading it forever. So now that I'm actually reading it, I'm like, wow, this is really good. So I'm kind of binging it. So that's where Hellsing would go. It actually fills up this entire thing. So right now I just have kind of Drifters spread out. But I have Drifters over here, missing 1 volume. It is volume 4. I'm missing volume 4 out of this. I also have volume 1 of Drifters in Japanese, and volume 10 of Hellsing in Japanese. Then I have Beck, 3 volumes, missing volume 3, but volumes 1, 2, and 4. And then I have a Barnes & Noble exclusive volume 1 of Hellsing, which is a hardcover back there. Alrighty, so I'm trying to keep the energy up, because this is both physically and mentally draining, I'm actually doing this with my DSLR and not my phone this time. I think it's going to give kind of crisper quality than my phone. But yeah, it's already been like, I think probably over 30 or 40 minutes recording. It'll be edited down, but it's been a while. But next we have Trigun Maximum. We have volumes 1 through 5. This is complete. Then we have Kurosagi Corpse Delivery Servers 1 through 4. This is technically complete in the omnibuses, but there is another volume which is in the singles. So to get this actually like fully up to date or fully completed, you do, I believe, need to get one of the singles. Then I have Gantz in this Thick Boy Chonky Omnibus, volume 1. This is probably, if I want to read Gantz, this is probably how I would collect it, as the singles are just way too expensive. Next we have Kaiju over here, volumes 1 and 2. Volume 3 is out. Denpa releases them super slow, so it's also kind of a slow series. Yeah, I'll get volume 3 at some point, but I have read 1 and 2, and I enjoy it, but there are certain, like, you know, honestly, volume 2, I think there was probably a bunch of like pages I just skipped because it just felt like it was dragging on way too long, and it was like game stuff, and I just want to kind of get to the meat of the story. Then I have some Yu-Gi-Oh back there. I do want to collect some more of this. Some of them are kind of hard to find, but would like to collect some more. Then Classroom with the Elite, volumes 1 and 2. I need to replace one of them because one of them has water damage, unfortunately. And then I want to Eat Your Pancreas back there, which most people know about, but is a really good series and also a really good anime from what I hear. Then we have I Am a Hero, that is complete up to volume 11, as you can see down there. I Am a Hero zombie manga, very good, about halfway through, and he's also coming out with a new manga being printed in English. And then next down here we have Prison School volumes 1 through 10. I believe it goes up to 14, and then I have volume 11 on the other shelf. And this is the reason why volume 11 doesn't go over here, because it doesn't fit. Blade of the Immortal, this is actually complete all the way over here. So I have this complete, and then that, which is almost complete, but I will probably have to put some Prison School somewhere else if I do get some more volumes. I'll be honest with you, I actually started Blade of the Immortal, and I was not in the right mood to read something like that. This was a couple months ago, so I actually switched and I read something a little more fast-paced and energetic. I forget what exactly I read, but I enjoyed whatever I switched to. But I mean, so far it seems really good. I need to be in the mood to just kind of sit down and enjoy a story that might be a little slow, at least maybe at the beginning. I don't know. Alrighty, so after a quick rest and a little bit of hydration, we're gonna finish off this last shelf. So up here, I'll start in the front, I guess. We have Ice Shield 21 going all the way through 37. If you guys have watched my last collection videos, some of this stuff you will see have been over here, and you might, obviously recognize some series in certain places. And then we have Slam Dunk all the way over here, almost complete. I think I'm missing like volume 19 or whichever one's really hard to find, but Ice Shield's complete all the way to 37. And then we have Black Clover, I think 10 volumes back there. One Punch Man, I think 6 volumes. And then Bobo, Ultimate Muscle, which is not the expensive volume of Ultimate Muscle, but it's just like random volume 3, you guys can see right there. Alright, and then moving down one row, we have Chainsaw Man, volumes 1 through 11, this is complete. And then Kaiju number 8, I need to get volume 2, that is out. Undead Unluck, I still haven't read this one volume, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. But Chainsaw Man's fantastic, Kaiju's really good. Spy Family, need to get volume 6, really good series. Moriarty, a little underrated, but really good. And then we have Act Age, just volume 1 and 2. This is the one that unfortunately ended because the mangaka is in prison, as far as I know. Then we have Mashle, volumes 1 through 5, need to get volume 6. Fantastic series, one of my favorite ongoing Shonen Jump series. Just really good. At least in my opinion. Then we Jujutsu Kaisen random volumes. Still haven't gotten more of this. I'm not going to sell these because eventually I will get some more Jujutsu Kaisen, but it's not a priority. Then we have Quintessential Quintuplets up to volume 12. Yeah, up to volume 12. There's only 14 volumes. There is a box set. I didn't know there was a box set coming out, obviously, when I purchased these, unfortunately. So now I'm stuck with some singles and not the box set. Which I've paid more for, but it is what it is. Then we have Astro Lost in Space, which is complete, and that is volumes 1 through 5. Good series. Not bad. I think a little overrated, actually, for the people who do talk about it, but I think it's a good series. Then we have Ultimo, volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, and 11. This is a manga that Stan Lee collaborated on. And probably the only reason why people even know about it, but still, it's good. Then we have Zatch Bell, which is like one of the holy grails of my series, of my collection. Holy Grail series of my collection. And this is complete all the way through to volume 25. That's complete in English. There's like 32 volumes in Japanese. I don't think they're ever going to reprint this because of issues with the mangaka and lawsuits and stuff, so I think I'll probably get self-prints up to 32 as I've already been offered them. Then we have some Animal Land, which is by the same mangaka as Zatch Bell, Kodo Raikou. Just volumes 3, 6, 9, and 10. Some stuff I've been able to find in the wild, but obviously haven't started it on volume 1. Moving on down, we have One Piece. A shit ton of One Piece. All the way up to 43, so as you can see, about 43 volumes fit onto one of these billies. Most of these are the foil One Piece, not like the total foil, like the super rare volume 1 or whatever, but these are the foil spines, so they're a little more shiny. They're not all foil, most of them are, but they're not all foil. For at least going up to volume 9 they all are, but then over here it's a little bit of a mix. And then back here we have even more One Piece, and this goes all the way up to volume 74, but I do have even more, and I'll show you guys that later. Then we have Hero Man, which I believe is also another Stan Lee, yes, another Stan Lee collaboration manga. We also have Demon Slayer and Gurren Lagann, Iron Walk Jan, which Weebro talks about a lot, but I only have 4 and 7. Then we have Shaman King, which I'm not super interested in, not gonna lie to you. I will check it out eventually, but I'm not super interested in it. It was actually given to me free from a manga box that was sent to me. Then we have Mob Psycho Volume 1 and 2 and One Punch Man in Japanese. And then moving on to the next shelf, we have Hunter x Hunter complete all the way to 36. This is actually, Togashi actually just mentioned that he is continuing to work on Hunter x Hunter, which is huge news. Came out around the same time as the Berserk announcement, I believe. So just really big announcements recently. Promised Neverland, I have up to volume 7 over here, and then up to volume 12. You're not going to see that. Yeah, volume 12. So that is technically not complete, but I've heard rough things about the ending, so it's like, I don't know, I will eventually complete it, but not in a huge rush. Then we have Real Account volumes 1 through 8. Volume 9, I think, is like 9 through 11, comes in an omnibus. Tried ordering it 3 times from Amazon. Every single time it came like severely destroyed, so just gave up on that. We'll pick it up eventually. Really good series though. Then we have Deadman, Wonderland. Those are a little out of order, but you can't see the numbers, so don't worry about it. But this is complete at volumes 1 through 13, so highly recommend Deadman Wonderland. The manga, I heard the anime is kind of trash, but the manga is really good. It's a Warabito, also sent by Jake the Pog. He's a huge fan of It's a Warabito. Read volume 1, I enjoyed it, but I don't have any more. Then I have some Siren volumes. These will probably get reprinted if there's any out of print or out of stock. But volume 10 is very hard to get, so I managed to grab that and then grab some others while I was at it. Then I have Ray, which I have not heard many people talk about, but it's a very interesting manga from what I've seen. I've kind of looked at the panels. It's an older manga. It was also published by Del Rey, I believe. No, ADV. As you can see right there. Then we have some Yu Yu Hakusho volumes. I am looking to pick this up as I find them, but they are a little more rare out in the wild these days. Then I have Gigant 1 through 3 over there. Alrighty, so moving on, we have Pipochu, which is just randomly over here. There's no reason. This was like one of the series. I don't really know why it's over here, but it just fit. Then we have My Hero Academia, Team Up Missions, Vigilantes, and then the regular base series, volumes 1 through 22. There's probably 26 or 27 volumes out right now, so obviously I am missing some. Then we have Blue Exorcist, volumes 1 through 7. We have MPD Psycho, which once again doesn't really belong over here. I could move it, but I'm not gonna right now. Then we have Bleach. I am missing volumes 2 and 3, but I have up to volume 58 back there on the risers. Alrighty, and then moving down on the last shelf before we get to the box sets, we have Banana Fish, volumes 1 through 19, but I am missing volume 16, which quite literally doesn't exist. Legitimately never seen volume 16 anywhere, so yeah, prove me wrong and send me a copy if you do have a real copy. Next we have Requiem of the Rose King, which I enjoyed. You can kind of see I have a little marker right there, so I am on volume 5. I will pick it up, pick it back up eventually, but I did take a little break as there's a lot to read. Next I have Ajin. This is not complete, by the way. It's still ongoing. Then I have Ajin, which I have read almost all of. Actually, I've read all of what I have, and then volume 17 I still need to read. That's the last volume. Really fantastic series. I've talked about it so much. So yeah, really, really good series. Then I have Maki Maho. I messed up and made the wrong person into a magical girl. This is actually a recommendation from Base Senpai and maybe other people. I really don't know. But the artwork's really cool, and I've read probably half of it so far. And then Kaguya-sama Loves War. Took a chance on, got volume 1. I got like maybe 10 pages in, and I don't know, I just found it really goddamn boring. It might be really good. I might, I'm gonna go back to it eventually, but it definitely did not hook me whatsoever. Next we have Case Closed in the Super Sun Bleach volume. I mean, that is just disgusting. Most of these are actually fine. Most of these are okay, but that one is disgusting, and the one next to it's kind of disgusting too. But yeah, all these going up to volume 43. And then we have Undead Messiah, Muho? Hold on. Yeah, Muho and Roji's. I don't know how this is pronounced. I've only seen like a couple of people ever pick this up. And then 2 volumes of Toriko. Alrighty, and I kind of skipped over these earlier. I didn't forget about them because I did like acknowledge the curtain. But we have Naruto volumes 1 through 27. These are in the boxes. And then we have Dragon Ball, which is one of my favorite series. One of the first series I read when I was getting into manga, which was, only like 3 years ago, whatever. And then we have One Piece box set 4, I think it is. And this is volumes, I have no idea. It is volumes 71 through 90. So I have 74 on the shelf. So I have a couple extra I'll probably end up selling or giving away. But yeah, so I have up to 90. And I think they're a little over 100 right now. So the next box set obviously will keep up. But yeah, granted, I would like to put those on the shelf. I think it makes the most sense. I just don't know how I would go about it right now and what I'd move. So yeah, that's something in the future I might do. But right now, I think box sets are just, personally, I'd actually love to have all of One Piece in the box sets instead of actually not having them box sets. Granted, I do really like the foil type spines, which you may or may not be able to tell. I do like these spines, but I think, like, just the convenience sake, I think box sets are amazing. I would love also Bleach in the box sets, so I wouldn't have to put them on the shelf, although One Piece is such an amazing series to have on your shelf, as it's just a absolute pop of color, which you really need sometimes. But yeah, that's gonna be it for my manga updated collection with the updated setup. Like I said, this is gonna be the setup. Nothing's gonna change as far as I know. I have maxed out the areas I've wanted to max out with shelves. And yeah, it's mostly just the shelves and the manga that's gonna change now. You know, definitely gonna be reorganizing some stuff and moving some stuff around, and obviously adding and getting rid of some stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in another video.